Hi,
Ty.
Mr. Mike.
Hello. What's up?
What's up, man? Did you have a nice Easter?
I did have a great Easter. We chilled out at the ranch and went to church, and that's about it. We hung out at the lake this weekend with some friends, celebrating a birthday, and
Nice.
So we had a great, fun weekend. What about you?
Yeah, same. We had a couple families over. We had a Easter egg hunt, hundreds of eggs spread across an acre and a half or a little backyard area here. It was fun. We had a really good time. It was a balmy 45 degrees.
Oh, really? It was 85 here.
45. We had 12, 15 kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of running around.
Yeah, right. Right. It was. We slept really well last night.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
Well, we got a packed agenda today, man.
We have a lot to discuss. Yes. On the fly, of course.
Yeah. We tried to plan an agenda today and we totally failed. We said, screw it.
Let's go.
This is our agenda right here. Gone. Out of here. Crap, that was my taxes.
Let's do some fun stuff. Yeah, tax day. Happy tax day to everybody. Good grief. I got so many calls today from clients. I forgot to do this, or I need a 1099, or I'm like going, oh my gosh. Last minute junk is. I'm glad today's over. Let's put it that way. Very
That's
glad.
right.
And I'm not even a CPA, so good grief. I can't even
no
imagine.
Kidding.
Oh.
Well, let's do some giveaways first. Can we knock that out?
Sure, let's give some stuff away. 2 weeks ago, we did a in person on the fly at Ty's house there in Idaho, and we're going to give away 2 boxes, one baseball. If you want to show the baseball one, that'd be great. Ty, cue the baseball box. There you go.
Baseball.
Fleer Tradition was at 2000.
Year 2000 Fleer Tradition.
Oh. So we're going to give that away to the person who guessed the first home run hit in Major League Baseball. Well, nobody guessed it. So what we've done here is I have added everyone's name to the wheel of names, and Ty loves the wheel of names.
I love the wheel.
And so we are going to, there's 77 people that named a player to hit the first home run. Unfortunately, you were all wrong. So we're just going to do this random. Got everybody, all 77 people listed here. I'm going to shuffle this 3 times and then spin the wheel, and we'll give away the box to the winner. So let me shuffle once, twice, 3 times. A lady. Here we go. You ready, Ty? I know. Here we go. Spinning the wheel. And the winner is Mikey G, I think. So Mikey G99. Congratulations on winning that.
Got it. That's well done developing that wheel. I'm impressed.
Well, a lot of coding. Now we got to give away our second box. So the second box we had was a box of football cards. What year, Bowman, is that?
1994.
94. Okay. Wow.
I mean, how fun is that? Come on.
94 Bowman football box. We're going to give that away. All you had to do back in the 2 week ago video was put down who you thought your team was going to draft in the first round. And now I got to share my screen again.
Re-cue. Full bleed action photography. Gold foil in every card. There's 30 rookies in this fabulous box.
Well, it's good there's 30 rookies in there because there were 33 people that said who their team would draft. And so I'm going to shuffle this 3 times. Actually, you tell me how many times to shuffle it, Ty.
Let's do 112. 3's fine. Let's go.
So 3 it is. 1, 2, 3. Spinning the wheel of names. Yes, man. Sports cards. I remember seeing his name twice because he was one of the few people that actually put on there both. He guessed on both.
Oh, nice.
For the baseball and the football. So Jess, man, get a hold of us. What's the best way for them to get a hold of us, Ty, to get that box sent to them?
send me an email. I'll put it in the show notes, but media@benchclear.us. And you can track me down and have some fun.
We'll get those boxes out to you. Thanks for everybody for participating in that. We always appreciate it. It's always fun. There is another contest that there's no giveaway for, but I've been tracking.
Oh boy.
And it was last week when we put out our Missoula card show video. And we asked you guys out there to vote for who did the best with their $100. If you haven't seen that, go back and watch it. We each took $100. Myself, Tyson Banker from Behind the Numbers, and Matt Coleman, our very awesome producer / cameraman. And we've asked you guys to vote on who you thought got the best deal, whether or not you like the cards, thought that the best for investment, future value, whatever. Dude, I lapped you guys. I absolutely crushed you guys. I have currently 19 votes. Ty, you have 6. Congratulations. Tyson has 6. Matt has 2. I have more votes than all 3 of you guys combined. What does that tell you?
Well, it tells me that you have a lot of your fanboys watching, which we need to change. Second, it tells me that people aren't voting because they think there's actually a return.
That wasn't the criteria.
Yeah, it's totally fine. I am totally fine with those results because I like your 2 cards a lot, and I think you picked some really good stuff for your $100. 2 of my $5 cards I've sold for 50 already.
Each
so total,
which is good.
So I have 10 more cards, right? So I'll end up doing really well with those cards. But it's whatever you like, right? And people like graded Drew Brees. Go figure. Hall of Famer. And was it a Bob Feller auto? What auto did you get? Frank Robinson. Yeah.
Hey,
congratulations, Mike.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to win, but it's good to see the numbers actually pan out and work out.
I'm glad you feel validated.
I needed their justification for my
purchase. Quick plug here. Bench Clear is behind a pretty cool upcoming event, June 25th. Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. If anyone's up in the Pacific Northwest, I'm going to be running a booth and helping with the show up there on June 25th. So come check it out. I take it you're not coming back up to Idaho for that.
Not for that, but I'll be back to Idaho again. Don't you worry. I know your kids got to see Julie, so.
Very true. Yeah.
We got to get back up there.
In fact, if she just came up, that'd be fine too. You can totally just do this remote. Yeah.
No, I want to play more MLB The Show with the boys. I was kind of digging that. I did. I don't buy a lot of video games.
Yeah.
Like I do like to game, but I mean, I'm 48 years old. But I did buy yesterday the new Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. I'm a huge, like all the Lego games, I just love. I've played them with my kids for 20 years, and the original Lego Star Wars and I love Legos. I love Star Wars. I love Marvel, all these things that they do Lego versions for, Harry Potter and the Lord of the Rings. I mean, you name it. And I just love playing. I just think they're very clever and fun and easy, and you get you into the story and the twists they do to it. So I did buy Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. I haven't played it yet. It was downloading yesterday when I left. So I didn't get a chance to play it, but next weekend, my son and I, who's 22. I mean, it's not like we're a couple of old kids, I guess. And
you're escaping the stress of this world to go play.
But don't you love the Lego Star Wars games? Aren't they awesome?
They're cool. I've seen them a couple times. My kids play them, but I'll be honest, I've never sat down and really played them.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, if you like Star Wars, or find one of them that you like in terms of the story behind it, and then I've played a lot of them. They're just fun.
All right. Anyway, for the 2 people that are still watching now, let's talk about the top 10 real quick. So here's the top 10 from eBay the last week. And you and I are going to talk about something in the upcoming weeks, not today, just about the overall high-end market and kind of our viewpoint on it. But I mean, some interesting ones here. The Super Bowl relic. By the way, you saw that last touchdown pass that Tom Brady, you know, that ball that he sold. You saw that was returned. Yeah, that was cool. Jordan,
right thing to do, by the way, for that.
100%. That was the right thing to do. I know you would go with the 33 Gaudy Babe Ruth. That would be your card, but
it would be. But the Pete Rose is interesting.
That is interesting. 2 Jordans, both BGSs, within $3,000 of each other. The refractor Kobe's cool. I mean, the Giannis Black Label. Jeez, man. Do you notice it? Do you notice something about this particular top 10 that's more interesting than the others?
What's basketball heavy? I don't know.
That's 5 BGS cards in the top 10.
Very different.
Yeah.
Look at that Trey Lance. That's crazy.
Talk about burning your money.
Oh, Luka's on there. It's a shame because he's not playing in the playoffs.
Is he back this series at all? I don't even know. Is he?
He didn't play in game 1, and game 2 is tonight, and he's not playing either.
Oh, brutal.
Which is not even. I mean,
that
means they're probably going to lose, and they still might have lost. But you really kind of go the what if? Like, is it really a fair? You can't blame the Jazz. It's not their fault that Luka's not playing. You can't. If they're going to win, they're going to win. But you never like to see teams not compete at full strength. You want everybody playing.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
Right now, you know, Trout hurt again yesterday. Got hit with a pitch in the wrist or the hand. I mean, it's like, golly, man, these guys just keep getting injured. That's why you go vintage. Stay with vintage.
That's what you say for everything. You know what? That's proof. You got to go vintage right there.
I have a lot of arguments that would make me say go with vintage, but
whatever. All right. I'm going to flip this up. I want you to respond to this. Tell me what you think. Starting lineup. Did you collect or do you have starting lineups? No.
Had a few when I was a kid and always took them out of the package because I thought it was silly to leave them in the package, but that's the only way they're worth anything. And they're hard to store. And
yeah. Well, they're back, Mike. They are back. Fanatics is bringing them back in a partnership with Hasbro. I saw this on Rich's site, Sports Collectors Daily, today. I'm going to be honest. I didn't know they really disappeared. I knew they'd been around. I didn't know they officially stopped making them. I thought they were kind of just out there.
Well, didn't McFarlane figures kind of take over that market because they were so much better looking?
Right.
The McFarlane figures look really good, you know. But there's always been a figurine market, I guess.
For sure. I do wonder if that impacts the other starting lineups, the older ones, if that kind of rejuvenates that market a little bit.
I'm sure it will.
Maybe bring some excitement back to those. So food for thought. There is a comment in here. I cut off the article, but they say they don't know. They didn't get any response, or they don't know if they're going to actually put cards in there. But I'm thinking, okay, Fanatics is doing this. They own every license possible for the cards. I think the cards are going in with I think it's probably safe to assume that.
Hopefully. That would be awesome, especially if Fanatics puts, you know, a special base tops card of every player. That'd be kind of cool.
It would be cool. Yeah, it would be cool. It
would be cards that were in there before. Just
another article that was on the site that I thought would be really interesting to talk about was the 6 of the top 25 eBay sellers by volume are card sellers.
Wow.
Look at they're actually 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know if that's the order, but crazy. That's the number of feedback totals in 30 days for those 6.
Wow.
Would you have guessed that if someone would have said, hey, 20 top 25, how many are sports card sellers? Would you have guessed anywhere close to 6?
Oh gosh, no. I mean, you think of eBay being this gigantic. Now we know, and you can tell by how much eBay is putting resources towards cards, that it's a big part of their business. Probably bigger than most people would realize.
It's it's the second most important category for them. Like it is.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Behind what? Behind like cars or something? Or
No, I think behind electronics.
okay.
Yeah, I actually have it pulled up somewhere. I could pull it up, but yeah, it's incredibly important to eBay. I mean, if you watch their annual report, their investor day or whatever, I mean, they dedicate like 30% of their day long event towards sports cards. It's crazy, and it which brings up a good topic. A lot of people are talking about, the diversification of platforms now. You got My Slabs, you got Whatnot, you got other little, niche platforms. I don't think eBay is ever going to be unseated as the king of the card marketplace. I just don't think it's going to happen. They're putting too
How
much
could it?
meat behind this.
Yeah, how could it? And it's so ingrained in people,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's like PSA and grading, honestly.
Yeah.
It's probably synonymous in terms of their place in the hobby, and they'll have to do something really stupid. PSA would. You'd think shutting down for a year and a half would ruin PSA's ability to do business and jacking up prices and taking forever. And nope, sorry. You would think PSA saying, "Oh, now you got to send your cards to this third-party authenticator and da 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 da" is going to piss everybody off. Nope. People just move on, keep going. And yeah, I agree with you. I don't think eBay's going anywhere in terms of being, by and large, not just number one by a little, but number one by a lion's share in the sports card market.
Yeah, and I recently saw some tweets from some people about Whatnot and how it's really segmented this group of people toward this different type of culture of sports cards, and they're not punishing any of their sellers for some of the things they've done. We've talked about this, right? The backyard break guys. I mean, those guys are bigger than ever, right? And they've scammed people multiple times, or at least been caught doing things that are,
Shady.
not on the up and up. They're definitely shady. I've tried to sell there once. I've watched multiple things, and you can be as different as you want, but you can't change the culture of the way we buy sports cards and the way 90% of people buy sports cards. It's not going to happen. I don't have any conviction about eBay being unseated. They do a lot of things wrong. They do a lot of things right. They're always going to be the platform of choice.
It's where I buy most of my stuff. Certainly online. It's where I buy 99% of the stuff I buy online. And I have no desire to have it be different.
There you go.
Too much. There's already enough crap to keep up with.
Yeah, right. You don't want to add 3 more platforms.
Right.
Yeah, totally agree. Well, we have had a crazy amount of excitement with MLB this year. Your Rangers look as hot as ever. Really impressed with them.
Hey, how many times have you seen Corey Seager get walked with the bases loaded? Did you see this?
I did not. Oh yeah, I saw this. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
He got walked with the bases loaded, and the team was behind. Which, oh, by the way, hasn't happened since 1881. Not 1981, 1881 has a team walked somebody intentionally with the bases loaded and they were behind. I remember Bonds getting walked with the bases loaded. I think even Josh Hamilton, back when he was like best player on the planet, may have gotten walked with the bases loaded. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah.
No, Bonds was. Corey Seager? Okay. Like, good grief.
Yeah. Oh, and the Rangers lost that game, right?
And they lost that. The Angels ultimately won that game. Fascinating thing. But what a great week and a half, kind of opening to the season. You've got a lot of rookies making big splashes in the MLB. What you got there? What are you showing me?
So this is only rookies sorted by OPS.
Okay.
So I think there's 30 something qualifying rookies. I mean, goodness gracious. Who would have thunk Seiya Suzuki would be number 1 after all the craziness and the hype around certain players. He's crushing it.
So here's my question. You can take that down. People see it.
Okay. What's your question?
You've got Bobby Witt Jr., Julio Rodriguez, right? Spencer Torkelson, Suzuki. Where does Topps put them in their products? Do you think they pull a Wander Franco and wait till 2023? Here, I'm going to give you some options, and you tell me which is most likely.
Okay.
Do they push all these guys to 2023 just to load up Series 1 next year? Do they put them in update and just load up update and make it an amazing product? Series 2, or sprinkle them in and they all kind of get, or do they load up one of those? What do you think?
Well, so I can give you a little, I guess, ancillary evidence that makes me think Series 2 is going to be pretty stacked. Normally through distributors, you can get Series 1, Series 2 update. I mean, you can get a lot of it heading into the season. Series 1 this year, I got a ton of it, access to a ton of it. Series 2 was allocated like 10% of your Series 1 buys. They were allocating you that little amount of Series 2, which I've never seen before, which makes me think Topps is maybe throttling that and kind of selling through higher margin dealers because Series 2 might be potentially loaded. Again, there's no data beyond that for you to consider, but there's no way they hold these back until next year.
I agree. I think that would be a huge mistake for them. They're already probably, I don't know that they care what the backlash is from the collectors. Do they even listen to us? Meaning, Wander Franco should have been an update last year, right? Instead, they wait and hold him out until Series 1 this year.
Yeah.
But they did release some Wander Franco. It's kind of this weird thing that created a lot of confusion, frustration, anger, whatever you want to call it, within the hobby. And now you've got this great crop of rookies that I don't know. Is it Series 2? Because to me, Series 2 releases what, June 4th?
8th?
Yeah, something like that. So to me, that ship's already sailed. Either they're in. To me, it's hard. I would think Topps is already printing Series 2, getting ready. They got to do all this months. It's not like you can just go, oh, Series 2 is coming out. Let's drop in. Let's pull out dude X and put in rookie Y, and maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe they can, but it's always seemed to me like there was such a long runway to get these products checklisted and pictures figured out and, all of this stuff. Digitally now, I think you could do it much faster than maybe you used to do, quote unquote, in the old days. But I see update being the loaded product.
Yeah, well, I think there's a couple gimmies. I think you're probably going to see Bobby Witt in Series 2 because I think they with certainty knew that Bobby Witt was going to be in the opening day lineup. Julio Rodriguez was a surprise. That's probably a guaranteed update. Spencer Torkelson, I don't know, but Suzuki, it seems like he would be an update too, right? That was kind of a last minute thing,
right?
So yeah, you might be right. Update might be the one. But if I'm Topps, right, and this is bigger than Topps at this point, but they're probably thinking, okay, we're at the tail end of a bullish sports card market. We're staring at the likelihood of a recession heading into the end of the year, early next year. We're going all out. We're gonna capitalize on what we can right now, not knowing what could happen next year. I mean, maybe they're not even thinking about that, but you would guess it's got to cross their mind, right? You still got the attention of a lot of people that might not care so much about this next year.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I totally agree with that line of thinking from the standpoint of, like, plus you got the whole Fanatics thing take over.
Right. Very true.
There's a small window here for Topps to do what Topps wants to do to some degree. Fanatics already has some control over that, but the reality is, if you're Tops, man, you strike while the iron's hot. You make a loaded product. I mean, remember 2018 update, as great as it was? I mean, as many great cards that are in 2018 update, you could still go to the stores back in the day and buy it all you wanted to in 2018. It's not like it was like it is now. And you have a different mentality about the hobby today than you did then. And so I think if they push out a product that is loaded, whether it's Series 2 or update, I think it's a mistake if they split them up. You know, Tops might end up doing that though, because they want to make both products attractive. So you put maybe you put Torkelson and Witt in up and 2, and then you put Suzuki and Rodriguez in update. That way, both products have some hype surrounding them. And then you got Series 1 still with Franco rookies in it, or pseudo rookies.
Yeah.
I'm never going to let that go, by the way. People
I can tell. Well, and I mean, look, you're going to have more rookies come up too. Let's not forget that, right? You got Rushman out there. That's probably going to come up. You got a couple of the guys that are, CJ Abrams is already up, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So. I mean, so yeah, Abrams is going to pop in there. He's a high profile prospect. So he'll probably be in Series 2 or update, probably update. I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you guys think as you're watching? Let us know what you think.
Would love to hear who's in what product. Where do you think Tops puts these? What you're thinking behind it? I mean, we don't have any answers. There's no checklists yet. So, but speculating is kind of fun on this kind of stuff. It's fun to see what they end up doing. And no matter what they end up doing, people out there will disagree with it. They should have done this. They should have done that. There's a lot of, Monday morning quarterbacking in the hobby world for the way that these large card companies should run their business. But if I was in the room making the decision in that Tops decision room, war room, whatever you want to call it, I would be saying, load up update, just kill update. What would you tell them to do?
Well, let's just assume they can still print Series 2, they have the option of changing things. I would say probably load up Series 2. That would be my preference. And then you can put them in the regular Tops Chrome release, not worry about a Tops Chrome update. That's me just thinking I'm a little fearful of what happens in the economy, and I would protect the value of these players in these releases. But we'll see. It's going to be fun. It's only 6 weeks away.
I know. What do you got this week? What do you got coming up?
So I have my grading video, which is almost done. I actually went back and to recheck some numbers to make sure, because I was feeling uncertain about something. That'll be eye-opening. I think you'll like it. So that'll be out Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
Planning on a Golden Age of Cardboard episode. Haven't quite figured out the topic yet, but I will. It'll come to me. Not doing a whole lot of baseball collector stuff, honestly. I'm not picking up. The truth is, Ty, I've been looking for sports cards on eBay, stuff that I want for different projects. And honestly, I'm not like dying to pay the prices that are being asked for. And I think a lot of the vintage supply is drying up slowly but surely. Newer stuff isn't being printed.
Okay.
As Ty. Oh, you're still there. You just lost your camera.
Yep.
Was that intentional?
No, I don't know what happened. Go ahead. Keep talking.
Okay. So, anywho, all the stuff that's left out there is overpriced, and I'm not going to chase it. I'm just going to be patient. That's the mantra of all vintage collectors, is be patient. And are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yep.
Okay.
It's interesting to hear you say that, because I feel like for you, like, you don't have a lot of those moments. I feel like you're always kind of excited to get something. And so for you to say, I'm not super excited, to me, I think it's probably it's a good reflection of maybe how the market is right now.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of hobby fatigue right now in the market.
Now, look, we're under 100 days till the National. I'm so looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of just saving up my bullets for that. I'm kind of going, I'll be able to pick up a lot of great stuff at the National. I don't have to be in a hurry to get some of this stuff that I'm looking for. And, you know, I am kind of fatigued a little, not of the hobby per se. I'm just fatigued of overpaying for stuff that I don't need to overpay for.
Yeah.
And so it's not that I did. You'll like this. Hold on. Look, I bought an SGC slab.
Look at you.
This came in today.
Mini Minoso.
But like a card like this, right?
Yeah.
Same grade in PSA 4, PSA slab would have been 50% more.
Yeah.
And it's Mini Minoso. It's not, look, he had plenty of time to get in the Hall of Fame. He just got in. Let's just be honest. He's still a Hall of Famer. I still want his cards, but I'm not going to pay $50 for a card like that or something.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense. So I've been looking for SGC stuff more, not because I necessarily want to buy it, but it's kind of like, okay, if I have to, I will. And it does look good in the tux, I have to say.
It does look good.
But I don't know. It's frustrating. I would certainly be buying more if I found better deals. That's the simple truth.
Interesting. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what the answer is to that. I really don't. I don't know if it's
not really a question. So I don't know. It's just a reality that I'm dealing with as a collector.
Well, is the answer prices need to come down and all of a sudden you'll be rejuvenated, or is the answer you need to be okay with just paying higher prices? I guess that's the question.
Well, the second part has been true for 2 years. So that's nothing new, that I've had to be good with paying higher prices. Right? This isn't new. It's just I'm kind of over it. Tired.
Yeah, I mean, this is a longer conversation, but they've come back a lot. They're back in that same ballpark of where they were before.
It doesn't feel like it to me, but granted, I mean, I'm not looking it's just, there's also a lot less supply of it. Honestly, if I pull up a certain card, some random Mike Schmidt card or whatever, I'll be lucky to find one. And they'll all be buy it now. So they'll all be way overpriced. Very few auctions. Right. And so that's even if I can find one, and I'm tired of the same eBay searches resulting in no good opportunities.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm like, I'm airing my, this wasn't meant to be a last second thing. I'm sorry.
So what are you doing this week? Gee,
Yeah.
you're not going to ask that question again.
Right. But, all right. I got to show you this. Here's an example. I'm just going to share this because this is maybe this will spark some conversation, but not between us today because our episode, we're out of time. But
no, we're not. Right. We're on the fly. We can do whatever we want.
All right. So here's a 1961 Topps Jim Cott, right? Not an expensive card typically, but this is a Probstein auction. So you're going to have the Ricky tax on this for sure. But it went for $27. It's a PSA 5 Jim Cott. I mean, I watched it. It got over like $20. And like, this should be a $10 card, $15 card at the most. Because then you add in shipping. You have to think about all this stuff, right? Shipping and tax and what's the out the door cost on the card. And you're looking here at close to $35 probably.
Yeah.
No thanks.
It should be a $10 card because of what? Because you think it should be, or because it was 3 years ago?
Oh, that's a good question. Both, probably. Look, I'm not saying this isn't part me, being an old man, get off my lawn kind of thing. It's just not, it shouldn't be an exist.
Sounds like you got the issue that you need to solve.
Yeah, it's probably more.
It's not the market's problem. I mean, as a vintage collector, I feel like you should be excited to see this.
I would be excited if I was a vintage seller. I'm a vintage buyer, so it's very different perspective.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
if you're a
we
seller,
we go full circle on this all the time, right? You're a buyer not because you want everything in that big, massive behemoth drawer back there behind you to go collapse in value. You buy it because you know it's a good store of value. You know,
so
so
I can't really be upset, and I get that. That's true. I just want more stuff, and I can't. I'm not willing to pay. Yeah, I know. This woe is me. Shut up, Mike.
seriously, goodness gracious.
Stop your whining. All right, I
All
will. I'm gonna
right,
whine.
well, cool. Okay, well, you have yourself a good week, Mike.
I'll try not buying anything, not because I don't want to.
I know you. You'll find something to buy. That's what you do.
Most likely.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. I'll
All right,
talk
man.
to you
We'll see
later.
you. Bye.
See you guys.